In this extended look video from InfluenceWP, we are going to check out Termageddon, which allows you to easily embed policies on your website and then have those policies dynamically update as the laws change. It's just a really slick, simple solution, both for agencies and just the website owners that are managing websites on their own. Before we poke around the website here and then look at the actual dashboard when logged in, and then look at adding policies to an actual WordPress website, just a quick bit of housekeeping. Extended look videos cover products and services that we have prior experience with. They show users our experience beyond the initial setup and then anything else we would like to share. These videos are unedited. We simply click record and publish. These are not official tutorials, although they contain tutorial aspects. These videos contain no affiliate links, and we are not sponsored or paid to create these videos. If you would like videos like this created for your business or other types of videos created for your business, go to influencewp.com/partners and request your free lifetime partner membership. And I'm proud to say that Termageddon is a partner of InfluenceWP. So let's go ahead and poke around on the website. There's some things I want to specifically point out, and then we'll look at the dashboard. So Termageddon.com, the name is a bit hard to say, understand to begin, wrap your head around to start with, but I've misspelled it a number of times, but once you get used to it, it's a pretty cool name. As it says here, and as I've mentioned earlier, website policies that automatically change as the laws change. Set it and forget it. Mostly simple and set it and forget it, which we'll get to here in a second. Simple pricing, unlimited changes, easy setup, alerts and notices, customizable. And it really is this easy, which we'll see. Buy a license, answer questions, copy and paste. You can do privacy policies, terms and conditions, cookie policy, a cookie consent solution is included. They partnered with User-Centrics for that. There's also a EULA generator and a disclaimer generator. I want to dive down into the footer, and I want to pull up the About page. I also want to talk about the agency partner page. So really quickly, they also have an affiliate program. So if you're not necessarily running an agency, but you want to help spread the word about Termageddon, if you just don't happen to be familiar with what an affiliate program is by chance, that's what that is. Go get your affiliate link, help spread the word about a really cool tool. And then make some money from doing that, right? If that's something that you're interested in. Whereas agency partners is, you've got an agency, you've got clients that you're not only helping them understand that there is a solution, a trusted solution out there for policies, you're helping them potentially implement them, support them, all that kind of good stuff that an agency does, okay? They also have a post comparing themselves to the competition. So they're not hiding from the competitors in any way. So if you want to go check that out, maybe you have a solution, one of their competitors in mind already, but you hadn't heard of Termageddon until now, and you want to kind of see how they stack up. Check out what Termageddon has to say, but then check out what the competitor has to say too. Maybe they've, just do your due diligence and all of that, along with videos like what I'm creating here for you. Okay. Social media, you can connect with them all over social media. With that said, anytime you hear Termageddon mentioned on social media, at least as far as I've seen over many years of them, them being around, nothing but great things to say about these people. And I personally have met over video chat numerous times, part of the team, which we'll get to here in a second. But yeah, nothing but good things are said about these folks that I've ever seen. So this is one half of the team. This is Donata, and she's like the legal side of things. She does all the lawyering, if you will. And then you've got Hans, who he's all over the place, and in a good way. He's both ways, all over the place. But it makes me laugh because he's a really funny guy and very great to talk to. Spoken to him many times, as I said. But yeah, so that's the team right there as far as the co-founders, and then you've got other team members. And yeah, it's good to see faces with names and see the team on the About page and all that. It's always good to see. But yeah, the agency partner program, it's another source of revenue, but you can feel good about it because you're helping your clients protect their website, protect their business. Yeah, advertising you can feel good about. Okay. Alrighty, so let's look at the dashboard. So this is I'm logged in here. What you're not seeing is, so as an agency, you'll come in here. If you're an agency, you'll come in here. Um, you'll just see this add policy box here. Let's say you've got a client you want to share this with. That's the step I can't show you because of privacy reasons. You'd see all the accounts under mine, but you just assign a license name. So it could be like the website name of your client and so on. And then you come over here to users, and then you share your license with your client. And then as a team, you guys can work in this dashboard together, or you can just share the license and maybe you have no interactions. They can go, them and their team can go out and do all the policies on their own. And maybe they just ask you for help embedding the policies, or maybe they do that too. It just depends on the clients that you have. Some agencies actually charge an onboarding fee. That's another option too, where you can literally do everything for your client because you know their website inside and out for the most part. You know what cookies are involved. Like what ads they may be doing, what kind of consent, with cookies and stuff like that. All of that stuff, right? So you can help them, if not do it all. There's typically going to be some things that the clients need to input. They need to help you in some way, even if you're doing this as an agency. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back to policies. Let's go into our privacy policy. So this is kind of like what the screen will look like. You can view the policy to see what it would look like on the front end before you go and embed it. So that's right there. So it's like a preview. Then you can also, this is edit the policy. Then you've got an override policy function where if you want to inject something in the specific sections that's not part of the, I'll call it their template, you can do that. The view embed code, this is the code that you're going to grab and drop it in your website, and then it's going to generate those policies for you. Clicking on the advanced tab, I like to, and this depends on your setup, but I like to hide the policy title because as you see here, that I'm using the default 2025 theme with WordPress. I'm not using anything else, just WordPress and the 2025 theme, and it outputs the page title. So I want to hide the page title. So I check that box. I also prefer the accordion look versus a table. So I use that. And then I also like to left align the headings instead of centering them. You have other things that you can do like hyperlink emails. You just have to be careful with spam if you do that. And then if you ever run into any issues, which I never have, but if you do, you've got some compatibility options down here that you can tinker with. So I'm just going to copy that code. I'm going to go over to my privacy policy page, which is currently blank. In the block editor, I'm going to do a slash to pull up the blocks. And this, I'm going to do a search for, if it's not already up there, which it is HTML. So I would just do HTML. There we go. I'm going to paste that code in. Save. Now I'm going to refresh the front end, and boom, just like that. Now, obviously, you got to spend some time going through the privacy policy and answer questions. I'm not giving you the illusion that you don't have to do that. You do need to go through the privacy policy, and you do need to answer questions. But once you do, as far as adding it to your site, you see how easy it is. Now, every setup is going to be different. So you may look at this and you may go, wow, that's a lot of space on the left. You may have a lot of space on the right. Again, WordPress, the default 2025 theme, no other work has been done. So maybe you have a page builder, maybe you have another theme. Who knows what you've got going on, but this is going to be easy enough to address, especially if you build websites. Now, if this is your client doing all of this, they may call upon you to adjust this, make it look different depending on the setup. Or you may have everything predefined, ready to give them an answer, or maybe you just get out ahead of it right in front, but it just depends. I just can't give an exact answer what to do here because there's just so many variables, but out of the box, it's fine. It's not the end of the world the way it is now. Okay. So that's pretty much that. You go through, you do all the other policies that you need. If I click add policy, it's kind of like a checklist. It says, hey, these are the 2 policies that you have not set up yet. I also started the cookie policy and consent tool just because I wanted you to see this incomplete. Notice right here, that's going to appear if you've started a policy and you haven't finished it, Or maybe a changes happen to the laws or whatever, and Termageddon is saying, hey, you need to go into these policies and you need to answer some more questions or change or whatever the case may be. So that's the two reasons that will appear. You and or your client will also get an email saying that you have a policy that needs to be adjusted for whatever reason. All right. So that is that. I also wanted to go into the policy for the cookie policy and show you that you can set a brand. So let's say you've got like this pinkish color. So you can set that as your brand color. So that is going to appear as if you use the fingerprint icon or however it is that you display your pop-up, whether it's bottom left as the banner, the wall, and then there's a second layer appearance. So if you want to center it or slide or on the side, put it on the side there. If we look at the Termageddon website, let me pull that up here. So this is theirs right here. So you see the fingerprint that I mentioned? That's that. So if you click on that, actually let's close it here. So you see that purple color? That's their brand. So that would match whatever brand you set in there. So you click on that and they're using the slide. Okay. So if we go back into that policy, they're using the fingerprint icon and they're using the slide. So that's the default. Okay. So that is that. And they've partnered with User-Centrics for that solution. Okay. Let me see. Is there anything else I need to show you in here? You can add as many users, invite as many users as you want. You can delete the license. Like let's say maybe you're selling this and your client no longer needs it, wants it. You can delete the license from here. Maybe this is the last license on your account or whatever, or you're done and you're ready to move on, or maybe you're closing your business for whatever reason. You can cancel your entire subscription. Lots of resources here at the top. There's a help center, a promoter dashboard, and lots of agency resources if you happen to be an agency. Under your user menu, you've got account settings, billing. You can cancel your subscription. And another really big point, at the time of this recording, they are working on the Gen 2 version of their dashboard. So that is a brand new thing, super exciting change that they are undertaking right now. And really looking forward to that. Okay. All righty. I think that pretty much covers it. Couldn't be easier to set this stuff up. Once you get, through the answering the questions, that's the hardest part. And it's not hard. It's just, it just takes time to do it initially, and then you're good. It's just maintenance after that. But those initial questions, just get through those, and then it's easy to add it to your site. And then it's super easy to maintain going forward as the laws change and whatnot. But yeah, check it out, Termageddon.com. Thank you again, Termageddon, for being a partner of InfluenceWP. Hope you all enjoyed this video and see you in the next one.